PIC TV Network, PIC TV Network. It's incredible to see all the positive programming that you all are doing on Roku. Keep up the great work, man, and know I always have your back. Take care of yourself, man. God bless and much success.
Hey everybody, this is David Evans, President Pick TV Network. I'm so happy today for our brand new sports show. Man, 2025, we're kicking it off with a sports show, and I'm so happy I have a beautiful lady on that I love so much. She's a part of my
Yes.
family. Her name is Linda Thompson, and she's going to come on. She was at the Commanders game. So in this show, we're going to talk about how she felt being at the Commanders game, seeing us going into that atmosphere was so crazy. I can't wait till Linda tell us about that. Her and her friend was there. She's going to talk about how she got there. She's going to talk about, being out there in that last second, praying that Jaden would throw that touchdown, how it felt for her to be in that atmosphere as the fireworks went off, all the people screaming, people watching around the world. But Linda was there. This is the Pick TV Network special. This is a Commanders fan talk show kicking off right now. Happy New Year, everybody, right now.
Yay.
We are excited again for Linda being on for the first time on Pick TV Network with me on this brand new hot show. Hey Linda, how you doing?
I am doing great. Yay. We are in the playoff and I am so happy. It's an early birthday present for me. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I know you did. This is our Pick TV Commanders fan talk show. You are a special guest today. So, Linda, we're going to get right into it. How did you feel being out there on the field at the game yesterday? First of all, let's talk about how long have you been a Commanders fan, a Washington fan, a football fan?
So, trying to get me to tell my age, I know. Um,
No, I didn't
I've
want you to
been a
say that.
watch I've been a Commanders fan since I met Chris Hamburger. Let's
Wow,
say the early 70s. They
wow.
were watching Redskins then, and it went from there till now, from Redskins to Washington to the Commanders and hopefully back to the Redskins again.
Yeah,
And I can go back to Mike Bragg, number 4, when he was the punter. I
oh,
can go back to Cora Bacon. I mean, I can go back to Kilmore. I can go back to Sunday Jerkison. I mean, I can go on and on. I mean, Mike Nims. I mean, the Hogs, the Smurfs. They called them. I mean, you name it. So that's how long I've been a Redskins slash Commanders fan.
yeah, they were laughing at us to call us the Deadskins 5 years ago. They called us
Oh
a team with no.
yeah.
They were laughing at us, Linda. But now we are so happy because we have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all times with us, breaking all these records. Jaden Daniels he's a gift.
Yes.
He is a
And
gift.
well, if we the dead skins, then the dead has arisen. So that's
So,
all I gotta say.
so
That
being at the game
mhm.
on yesterday, first of all, we want to give a shout out to one of the great persons that you love so much. We got to give him a shout out.
Yes, yes, my cousin Mark Mayhew. I give him all the thanks for just allow me to sit in club seats and have a good time. And yeah, that's my family, and I love him for that. And so yeah, and he was a great Super Bowl cornerback when they won the Super Bowl in the 90s. So he has a ring, and he's a diehard fan too. And so he's back home. He come
Yeah.
back home. He's from Tampa, but he's back home to the Washington Redskins.
Wow, yeah, the Commanders. Now, Linda, what about being at the game? Let's talk about being at that atmosphere with all these people around having a good time. Linda, tell how it felt being there, being in the game, at the game.
Um, it was just so real. I felt like a special VIP person.
Right.
Um, everybody there probably was feeling the same way. Um, we was we came in there with confidence. We just knew that no matter what, it was going to be a close game, but we still felt like it's not how you start, but it's how you finish. So, and we finished well. And I could tell you now that I feel like personally that the curse has been lifted up off the team, off the franchise, and and no weapon formed against us shall prosper. So I believe this is why we've been having these nail biting games and we've been finishing at the end because that curse has been
Yeah.
released.
Yeah. And being a fan since I was a kid, Linda, I would cry. Chris Hamburger, as you stated, Sonny Jurgensen, Mark Mosley, Billy Kilmer. I remember those days back in the '70s when we didn't make the playoff. I would literally cry as a kid. I would cry, and the seats were in, and then to see us to come through to win Super Bowls back to back. To be fans in the city,
Mhm.
these Super Bowls happening in our city, to be there, to go downtown, and to give a lot of love out to our team. Linda, being at that atmosphere last night, and I want to also, you said you have a friend that was there with you. Both of y'all was like, yeah,
Yes, Monica. Yes, Monica. I saw the joy in her as well as what I felt in me. And just seeing the joy in her made me happy because I was glad she was able to come with me, and we both was just so happy. It's if DC could turn out the way how it was at the game, we would be a better it would be a better place to live. It wasn't nothing but love, no arguments, no fights. People just hugging you that don't even know you and this and that. And then I had we had a good time. I'm sure if she was on live, she would tell you that she enjoyed herself.
yeah. When I look at you, and when you were at the game last night, you eating this at the suites and hanging out, with the big time folks at the game. I was bragging, say that's my family right there. I say that's Linda right there. You
Yeah.
being at the game made me feel like I was there. And
Yeah.
to see you out there celebrating. So take us through like when the kickoff. How did the atmosphere, Linda, when they had the kickoff and the fireworks were popping off everywhere?
Well, all the way to introducing the team and the pregame show. DJ Cool was there. They celebrated a local military personnel. They had Glendale marching band. They was representing the DMV for sure, and so that kicked off, and the nationals the anthem that was sung by I forgot the guy's name, but it was beautiful. I mean, it was very emotional. I just felt, like I was a millionaire, and in a millionaire place. I really did. I mean, it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Yeah, I know it was hard for you to sleep last night, Linda, after coming through that atmosphere and seeing everybody having a good time. And how did you feel? Like you stated, people hugging you don't even know you, Linda, hugging you, no matter what race, creed, religion, background. It was just seemed like it was just a ball of love when you was out there.
Um, it made me feel special because if the world would start doing that, it'd be a better place. It let us know that we can come together, and have joy and be happy, And we can do that. And if we can do that at a football game, we should be able to do that anywhere. But it just made it just it was a happy feeling. I had a lot of people coming up to me, even the Caucasian guys and with Spanish guys, they was loving my hat. They all was loving my hat, and I'm looking at them like, oh, they males, but and then even females, and one female, she stopped, she said, can I get a picture of it? And the hat, thanks to a friend of Monica's, this lady made my hat for me. And but I got compliments all throughout. So I mean, it was wonderful, just people just making you smile, and you smile. And if you come there with sadness, trust me, it went out that door as soon you walked in.
Wow, yeah, I can still feel it, by you being out there. Can you take us through, Linda? Because I was looking at the video when you was recording live on Facebook, and you was sending out. We're gonna pray to this touchdown, that last minute touchdown. You was there live, and we have some video footage. But talk about that last play, Linda, because you was praying. You said, we're gonna get this touchdown. We're gonna get in there. I heard you say it before it happened. You were speaking by faith.
And what you didn't hear was I said we gonna get it in. We getting it in. Is we getting it in. It's going in. I kept saying that, and I had all these fans around me, in front of me, and this and that. And this dude turned around. He said, "I'm listening to you." He was like, "I'm gonna listen to you." I said, "Yes." I said, "We getting it in. It's going in." And when it went in, I was so happy. I was just so happy. I tell you, I was like, we're in. We're in.
Yeah, I mean, man, y'all was just like, man, two kids on the playground, two kids at the Super Bowl. And Linda, talk about this hat again. I mean, talk about, because this is going to be go viral. People want to say, I want to know where you got that from. Linda, talk about the hat. Talk about the hat.
Well, well, this my friend Monica she said she knew a lady that sell crochet hats. And you know, the first thing that came to my mind was not to get like a personal hat for myself. The first thing came to my mind was I want her to make me a commander, something representing the football team. That was the first thing that came to mind. And so the lady was like, I could make that for you. So I said, okay. So she made it, and I just asked her to do a few little extra things to it that make it pop out better. And she kept calling me back, sending me pictures. You like this? You like it like that? I said, oh, I'll put a little more burgundy in it, and everything I said, she did, and she showed me again. I said, okay, that's fine, but put a little bit more burgundy over that upper part of the gold. And after that, and she said, that's it. I was going back and forth with her. And now once she finished it and I saw it, I said, that's it. That's
Wow.
it. I said, I want it now. I like it. And so she crocheted it, and it took her 24 hours to make this hat. And
What?
yep, I have her name and information, so I could send later, if anybody wanna get a crochet hat. Because I got a lot of compliments on from men and women.
Yeah, it's the hottest thing out there. I'm saying, man, that hat is the bomb.com. I know everybody wanting to get one of those
Thank
hats.
you.
I want to go back, Linda, for a minute. Talk about Mark Mayhew, who played in the Super Bowl, who played
Mm-hmm.
under Joe Gibbs. Can you talk about him and the love that you have with your family member, and him being a part of the Redskins? I'm sorry, part of the commander staff. I'm still saying commander staff who working with
We
him.
still Redskins.
Yeah, I say that. But
Well,
can
he
you tell
was
us?
under Redskins when he was there. Um, I've been knowing that he was my cousin for years when he was playing as the cornerback, number 35. When he was playing for the Redskins back then, I went to one of the family reunions in Tampa, and I had on a shirt and it had DC on it, and one of my family members walked up to me. She said, "You from DC?" And I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "You know, you got a cousin playing on the Redskin team." I said, "I do." I said, "Who?" And she said, "Martin Mayhew." And she said, "That's my nephew." And I thought the other lady was his mother, but it was I happens to be one of his cousins, and so I said, "Oh, really?" So I've been trying to connect with him since back then. But during that time, it was like he was a player. And, they was always in training and camp doing this and doing that. And then also it was during the Gulf War and all of that. And I was working as a nurse and it was busy. I didn't have time really too much to follow through suit, with that. And so, make a long story short, when I saw that he was general manager last year, I was like, "Oh, he's back with us." I said, "Now maybe I could try to connect with him. Now he's not in uniform." And so I tried last year, and we was he finally got back on the messenger, and I was like, I said, "Oh, he answered me back." So I was like, I said, "This is not this is not a scam or anything like that. Are you really Mayhew?" He was like, "Yes, this is me," on the text. I said, "Well, there's so much stuff going on out here." I said, I mean, I need to see a picture. I'm gonna ask you some questions." And I started asking questions about but trivial questions, and he was answering. And then I said, "Okay, I think you the real deal, Holyfield." And he started lacing laugh out loud. So then, he faded away for a minute doing the doing the Snyder and doing all of them doing the exchanges of the coaches and the owners and stuff like that. And so they kept him, and now he's the senior vice president for the general manager, and they kept him. And I was like, "Wow, I'm going to reach out again." And so when I reached out, he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry I didn't get back with you." He was like, "But yeah, we definitely cousins." He said, "That was my aunt Mert that you saw, and she definitely related to Tompkins." And so she told me, "You definitely my cousin." And ever since then we've been communicating, and I finally came out and said, "I want some tickets to go to the game." He said, "Oh, you a football fan?" I said, "Not only a fan, I'm a Commanders fan, Redskin. I'm a diehard." He said, "Oh, okay." I said, "You'd be surprised how much football I know." And so that's when he said, "You just reach out to me what game you want to come to, and I got you." And so that's how we met up, and finally I met him on Messenger several times, but this is the first time I actually got eye to eye contact and everything. And he took real good care of us. Yeah, yeah, we really did.
Yeah, I felt the love, that when you was talking about him, and I met him before, and we're all family, together now. So, and
That's right.
know that Linda, he literally sees Jason Daniels and Magic Johnson and Dan Quinn. This man sees them with his own eyes. You know how many people would love to have that moment to be with
Well,
them.
let me tell you this though, not to cut you off. Right before he met with me, he had left the meeting with Magic and Quinn and the owner. They were in a meeting before the game started while they was in pre-warm up. And I texted him and I said, "Hey cuz, I'm here." And he said, "Okay." He said, "Soon I finish this meeting, I'm gonna come up there and look for you." So I said, "Okay." So he finished the meeting, and we couldn't find each other for a minute. And then I saw somebody with a suit on with the full field SS badge. I said, "Well, that's my cousin. That's him." And so he came over there. We gave each other a hug, and he said, "Yeah." He said, he just left from meeting with the team. And I said, "So you must was down there with Magic Johnson and all them." He said, "Oh yeah." we all meet before, the game. So I was like, wow. I said I would like to get an autograph one day, or meet him, whatever. He said I'll make that happen. So I said, okay.
Yeah, and when you down there like that, Linda, you feel so special. And I know you did to be there in this in the midst of what was going on. But the overtime, Linda, can you talk about how it felt when the team was going? Did you feel cold out there? Was the weather a factor when the overtime hit, or you didn't even care about the weather?
I didn't even care about the weather. I didn't even care about the weather. For some reason, that the sun was shining right on me at that moment, because I was like, okay, come on, y'all let them score a touchdown with this game. Y'all let them tie it up. Come on now. And then finally, when it went into when we got the ball back, and no, believe they got the ball. Defense stopped them, and we end up getting the ball back, and it went into overtime. So I was like, oh, I was ready to go. I was ready to beat the crowd, but I'm like, no, we can't leave yet. I got to see who's gonna win.
Yeah.
I was tense. I was like, oh no, this. So we won the toss, and I was like, yes. I was like, yes, we won the toss. And from there we won the toss and they lost.
Oh yeah. I want to say for Jaden Daniels too. I saw him pray. I saw him get on his knees before the game, and he was praying, talking to the,
Mhm.
and I was like, this is a believer. He didn't shy away from his faith, and even after the game, he also was giving God the praise. And that meant a lot
Yeah,
because I'm a believer. And everybody's out there. He didn't hide his faith. And I want to commend him because I know he got
yeah.
this presentation, and all the commanders and everybody can watch it. But he did not shun away from his faith.
No, he's for him to be what, 24. Um, he is brought up very well. He was brought
Yes.
up under Christian family, and a praying mother. And by the way, Monica and I, we was on the cart when we was leaving, and we met his aunt. We met
Wow.
his aunt. We didn't, the lady picks the aunt up all the time. They called him JD. And we met, we seen her. Let me just say that. She said hi to us, but we seen her. So yeah, that was nice, just knowing that was his aunt out there. So they was all out there waiting for him to come on out. But back to, his he's a very he prays every time he do a touchdown. He always do this, and then sometimes he point up, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's going far with that.
Yeah. I really believe that we got gold on this one. I can't wait to bring him on the show. I was trying to talk to his team. Matter of fact, I did get some information on his agent, and so we're gonna try to lock them in after the season is over because I wanted to focus on
Mhm.
playoffs and winning. So we bring him on after the season is over, and hopefully get Dan Quinn, the coach, on, and the owner. I want all of them to come on. Linda, this is your first time coming on PIC TV Network. This is our sports show on Roku. For those who are watching right now, you can watch us on Roku channel 1000. We're going to do a commercial. When we come back with Linda, we're going to talk about a special, dear special situation that happened and that's dear to her. We'll be right back after this, folks. Don't go nowhere.
Hey Dave, this is Brian Mitchell, man. I just wanted to give you a shout out on your 4th anniversary with the PIC TV Network, PIC TV Network. It's incredible to see all the positive programming that you all are doing on Roku. Keep up the great work, man, and know I always have your back.
Right.
Take care of yourself, man. God bless and much success.
Yeah, that's B Mitch, and B Mitch gave me a lot of love. I can't say thank you, but thank you again. B Mitch was also one of the Redskins. One of my favorite players of all time, NFL player, and to have him to say that in the stadium where we won means a lot to me. I'm going to bring Linda back up, and those who are watching this, you can watch this on Roku channel 1000 on your search bar. And also those who are watching right now, you also on YouTube. You can watch YouTube and see our programs out on YouTube. PIC TV Network Spotlight on YouTube. So again, we're here today with a brand new show on PIC TV Network. Our sports show is called the Commanders. Yeah, fans talk.
Right.
Want the fans to talk on this show. This is our first one of many, many more. And if you'd like to come on, we're going to put the information up so you can join us on this fan talk show. Again, Linda has been, oh man, she's a woman of faith and of love, and she loves her team. Linda, you love your Commanders, no doubt about it.
Forever, forever. My house is burgundy and gold. My basement, if I weren't tired, I would show a tour of my basement. I am just Redskins, Commanders. I just, I breathe, I taste, I smell all of the Commanders.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Knowing that we have family there too, it feels so good, and to be a fan for all these years, just like me, I've been a fan since I was a kid. Now I'm 62. All my life, there's one team I root for, and that's my Washington
Mhm.
Commanders. They are my team. No matter where I go, I'm going to be a Commanders fan. Linda, we're going to switch up for a minute before we close this show. This year, a situation happened where you lost, oh man, a pet that you love so much. And tell us, tell us about the story and what this pet really meant to you, Linda. Let me get you back. What did it?
Well, she was an emotional support pet for me. And when I first got her, I wasn't even really thinking about getting another dog because I had a previous dog before that I had lost.
Wow,
And but one of my friends had gotten a dog like her, and I went with her. I said, "Let me just go with you, check on your dog." And when I went there, the other dog had some babies, and the puppies were they were little puppies. So she let me, hold one because they was about 2 weeks at the time. And I picked up one dog, and that dog just looked at me and just turned his head and then wanted to cry to go back to the mom. And I said, okay, well, take that one. Then I picked up another dog, and that one was just jumping around, just didn't want me to hold him. And I was like, so then I picked up the third dog, and I looked at this female dog, and she looked at me, and she took and laid her head on my shoulder.
wow,
And I said, oh my gosh, just like that. And I said, oh man. I said, and I looked at her. I said, I think I want to get a dog. I want this one right here. And she said, are you sure? I said, yeah. And I looked at her again. I said, she looks like a Sheena to me. And she said, where you get that name from? I said, I don't know. She just looked like a Sheena. And so, I went on and waited for her time to finish nursing, and I got her. So make a long story short, I had her for 15, almost 15 and a half years, 15 years and 4 months. And I noticed, she was changing a little bit on me. She wasn't that her go lucky self, and she very energized dog, very loved by so many people. You would think she was a human the way people talk
yeah,
about her and loved her. I'm serious. She was God sent, and I just noticed things. She wasn't eating. I noticed she was losing weight, and so I took her back and forth to the doctor, and they told me, well, let's watch her, see what's going on. They told me she had a heart murmur earlier, but it wasn't bad. Everything was good. So I said, okay. So then, I took her back to the doctor. She went from 14 to 9 pounds. And she said, let's bring her back in a week. And I brought her back in 1 week, and she went from 9 to 7. And I was like, and she was just breathing. She was doing labor breathing, and she was, she was still trying to keep up with me, still trying to jump up on me, do the things that she always did, and she couldn't do it. And it was hurting my heart that she couldn't do those things that she know, and it was hurting her. But she kept trying. She would try to jump and flip backwards on the back, and it was just rough. So then it was time for me to bring her back to the doctor, and I knew when I left here, I said, I think, but this might be her last time in this house. I just had that feeling. I said, I got to make a decision. So I took her to the doctor, and she examined her, checked her out, and I said, I want to say something to you. And I said, I want you to be honest with me. I said, you got all the money in the world as a veterinarian. They make money. I said, and I want you to be honest and tell me, what would you do in this situation with your dog being like this? And she took the dog back. She said, just give me a minute. Let me take her in the back. And she took her in the back, and she came back out, and she said her murmur gotten worse, and her breathing is labored. She said, she looked at me. She said, if it was my dog, I would say that it's her time. Her time has come. And I was like, you know, so so I sat in there with her. I told them, go ahead, put the IVs in her. They said they did that, came, put IVs in her, and they sedate her twice, and then I just, she looked at me, and as to say, don't do this. I'm still here. I'm still, no, I want to go home. And I just looked at her back, and I said, baby, mommy got to do this. Mommy got to do this. And she had the last injection. She said, just let me know when you're ready. And she said, take your time. I'm going to go in the back. Take your time with her. So I just rubbed her, told her how much I loved her and everything. And so, then I knocked, told my friend Cynthia, knock on the door, tell her I'm ready. I'm just ready. And she was looking at me the whole time. So she was looking at me the whole time, and as to say, get me off of here. Don't let them. And she said, are you ready? I said, I'm ready. And then she shot the last dose in her, and then she was, her eyes was open, and she was looking at me. And I was like, is she gone? And she put a stethoscope on, checked her heart. She said, oh, she's gone. And I said, well, she's looking at me. She said, are you serious? I said, yes. And she said, well, try to close her eyes real quick. And I tried to close, and it wouldn't close. I couldn't close her eyes. I said, I can't close her eyes. And I saw I started crying, and I saw the doctor eyes get watery. She was like, oh my gosh, the eyes usually, and it was fixed on me. And I have, a picture of her right when wrapped up in the blanket, deceased, with her eyes just still open, looking at me. And and I sat down. I just took it so hard, and she let her sit in there with me. And it was so hard because her eyes was just looking at me, and I just had to sit down, get away from her eyes looking at me, you know. And I never experienced that before, and I had several dogs. And
Yeah,
the doctor was like, normally their eyes close. But anyway, that got my baby. My
yeah.
baby's in here. She's
You
in
know,
here.
and Linda, I wanted to ask you first of all. My heart goes out to you, and when I've been over the house, and the first thing the dog meets me at the door and
Mm,
scratches on the door. Every time I knock on the door, the dog runs to the door and jumps on my leg, around
mm-hmm.
the house. And one time you had something on the video with she was wiping the tub. The dog was it was.
Yes. That is on YouTube. If you go on YouTube and you type in Sheena the cleaner,
Mhm.
that's SHEENA THE. Cleaner. Sheena the cleaner. My dog was so smart. I was cleaning my bathroom one day, and she would always come in there while everywhere I go. So I was cleaning the bathroom, I was wiping down things, and she was watching me wipe down things. Then all of a sudden, she went over there and started licking the tub and started, and then wiping it with her paw. And she went over there and she started licking the tub again. And I guess she wanted to help me clean. And so she started taking her paw and cleaning the outside of the tub while I was cleaning up. And I recorded it and I put it on YouTube. I never pursue it, any further than that. But yeah, but it's under Sheena the cleaner. And yeah,
That's
that
amazing.
was my baby.
And a lot of times, Linda, before we close out the show, I want to thank you for coming on. And for a lot of people
Absolutely.
who pets have passed away, can you just tell people who are out there who don't understand? Is it man's best friend? They say, because this is unconditional love like that, right there, to be there and to miss that. I know some my friend
Mhm.
Noah Jones, Bella, when his pet passed away, he cried. I said, Bishop, what's going on? Bishop Noah Jones, a national feature around the world. He said my
Yeah.
Bella passed away, and when I go to California, this church, Bella would be right there in the car. He would get up before he preached. Bella was right there with there and the dog at the house, and I would ask him, and he really really took it real hard, real hard. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send him this presentation, Bishop Noah Jones Bella. When they say that name, it still is a soft spot. So Linda, for the
Yeah.
who don't understand, tell them that pet grief is for real, Linda. Why? Why is that?
Well, a pet a family. Um, they breathe like we breathe. They eat like we eat. They are made from God, and dogs are very compassionate animals. That's why they were chosen to be called pets. And they can get attached to you. They protect you. They sense when you are emotional, they comfort you, and they very compassionate, and so they just like family. And when you get them, you don't think about that you probably got only 15, well actually it's really 13 to maybe 15 years, on depending on the breed, and that to be with them, you don't think about that because you just think about they're gonna be there forever, like your sister or brother, and even we're not here forever, but we don't think about that their lifespan is times seven of our lifespan. So their lifespans are shorter. And you just don't think about that. You just think about, the memories that they have. So you become attached to them like they're your child, and they understands you. It's a certain bond that they will have with you, that I could talk to her and she knows exactly what was saying to her. Or I could be talking about her and she'd be over there listening. I'm like, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to her. She'd be all in my conversation, and she was she was that type of dog that I know probably a couple of times she probably cussed me out. But I didn't know because I would leave her at home. I would leave all the time, and she'd come in. I come in. Sometimes she'll have an attitude with me, So um, they just like humans. They
Yeah,
say like
yeah,
humans,
yeah.
yeah. And so it's like they part of your heart. Think about you having a 15-year-old child that passed away, and that would be hurt for in the human life, and but in the dog life, people say that, oh, she lived a long time. And what she did, because it was a long time. But then I'm looking at how long I had her. With dogs, with humans, we look at their life was short and they're gone. But with dogs, we look at how long we had them and how long we bonded with them, and then they're gone because they've been around you. It's just the opposite, that they've been around you for so long. It seems like you missing something. Sometimes I turn around and I be like, oh man, my dog not here no more, and so you gotta think about people gotta think about it like that. It's touching because you're looking at you had this dog older than some of your grandchildren,
Mm-hmm.
and they gone, and then it touches you. Yeah, it touches you.
Yeah, I want to say again, thank you, Linda, for serving our country. Walter Reed and being there, to be there and doing taxes. You're a special tax person, and
Yes.
in this broadcast again, everybody watching here today, we wanted to come on, and Linda was at the Commanders game. First of all, she was one of the best fans out there, hollering,
Yeah.
and with her friend, they came to celebrate
Yeah.
with us going to the
Got to
playoffs.
get back happy again.
Yeah, you gotta get back to happy again with the Commanders popping off and winning our game and us going to the playoffs.
Hmm.
Man, they said since 1991 we haven't won these many games, man, and it feels so good, Linda. And again, do you want to give some shots out?
Hmm.
We're gonna be watching this presentation, Linda. You got a lot of family members out there saying, "Man, Linda on TV, man. Look at Linda out there on TV." So you got to get some shots out to some
Well, I want to get a
and give some Happy New Year love out to some wonderful people that I
yeah.
that makes you feel good when you know that they're there. So give some shots out to some of them.
Yeah, I give a shout out to my family, the children. I come a long way myself. This is the best that I had ever felt since my sciatica attack. I come from not walking 2 years ago to walking.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to give a shout out to God that, my Lord and Savior, He comes first
Yeah,
because, without Him, there won't be no us.
yeah.
And so I just thank God that I am able to walk again, and I was able to go to the game last night. And I sat there and thought about that too for a quick minute. And I was like, just a couple years ago, I wouldn't have been able to walk, just to go to a game. So, I want to give a shout out to all the people who supported me during that time. Um, I want to give a special shout out to Monica. Monica has been really a good friend, a good supportive, a good sister. Her son is my godson, which I love so much. And I just want to give a shout out to her because we have a routine with each other. If she don't hear from me, she would call around, and she would even call my kids, or she whatever. She would find out. And you need somebody like that in your life because, I don't want to be that person found 3 or 4 days later in here or whatever, because your kids get busy, they got families, you never know. So I gotta give a shout out to her that she don't hear from me. She's gonna check on me. I tell you that. And David, you of all, you my family, and I shouldn't even have to give a shout out to you because you already shot in, and
I never
um
shot in.
yeah, we lost.
Shot in.
Yeah, yeah.
I never heard
We
the shot.
lost a couple family members.
The shot.
Well, that's something I just made
I
up.
want to give a. I mean, to everybody, to Coach Yvette Evans and the prayer team. We God's people. Happy New Year, first of all. Y'all gonna be watching this in the brand new New Year 2025, seeing the repeats. You know,
Yes.
And we got to get your sister on because she was trying to get in on the set. We're gonna get her on, and we got to get your family member Mayhew. We got to bring him on the show. We got to bring Nene.
Yeah.
But how does it feel, Linda, to be a woman? You know, back in the day, the women weren't out front back in the 50s and the 60s and early 70s of NFL football. But now we got women analysts. We got women who know the game more than the men. We got women who know more players than we. How do you
Whew.
being a female that you jump around and those who are watching, the women feel just as their heart beat just as fast as ours when the plays are going.
Well, well, let me tell you how I don't only feel it. I am one of those women. I could sit around with a bunch of guys and I can call some games. I can call a foul before it happened. I can see a foul before it happened. Um, I always been like that, being around, my brothers and stuff. You know, um, I was always interested in sports and I was like that with boxing too. And basketball, I like basketball only when I go see it, family members play live or when the playoffs. But I was into more boxing and football more than anything. So if I shocks a lot of guys. And some of them, I be around them and they look at me like, man, it was like, man, this girl right here knows this for they be shocked. Right to this day, they be shocked that a woman knows the game. And
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I know it's the game.
yeah. And Linda, you can go Mark Mosley, Billy Kilmer, Sonny Jurgensen, and know who they are.
All of them.
Mark Griffin,
All of them. Dexter Manley.
Dexter Van,
Dexter Manley.
yeah,
I
Mark
know
Coleman,
all of them.
Darryl Green. Got to give a lot of love out to Darryl Green.
Oh, of course. Arkma.
Uh,
Come on now. I
Doug,
mean, I can't. It's so many of them that Well, it's so many of them. I
Doug,
mean,
we got to give us a
that
lot.
I could
Of
sit here and name.
Doug Williams. I met him. We were at the MGM, and um, we took a picture, and then we did a video. So let's do a video. We did a video. Then I ran into him again. I was at the before the season started. I was praying, and everybody know I was praying around the uh, then known FedEx Field. I was praying at that particular time. It was FedEx Field around, and I met Doug Williams. We went to visit the suites in there, and PIC TV Network is in the suites. Our network, PIC TV Network, Roku TVs are on at the suites at
Mhm.
uh, our new stadium, name stadium per se.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm so happy again, Linda, that you're a Commanders fan. We're a Commanders fan. We are in the playoffs, y'all.
Mhm.
And then we coming on here giving
Mhm.
a lot of love. We know, and notice, Linda,
Mhm.
we didn't bash nobody's other team. We didn't come up talking about fighting nobody other team. We just talking about love. We just talking about our team.
Mhm.
We giving a lot of
Yeah.
belongs to Jaden Daniels, to our offensive players, defensive players, to our coaches, to our staff, to our owners, to everybody on our.
Mhm.
This is what this show is about: love. Sunday we knock each other down. Monday,
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. It's a fan was behind me with the Falcon shirt on, and he was all loud and everything when the Falcons was scoring and all of that. And then when we came back, he got kind of quiet. And I said, "Oh, you quiet up there? I hear you quiet up there." And he took it very well. Even when we won the game, he came over there and gave me a hug, said, "Congratulations, I'm glad y'all won and stuff." And he was a Falcon fan. So on that note, yes, you right. Hmm.
yeah, Monday we pick each other up. Sunday we knock each other down on the field for the number of love. This is what this coming on today. It's a fans talk show. My Linda is on, folks. She's gonna be on part 2. We're going to come back with part 2 with some more special.
Hail to the commanders. Hail victory. We're on a warpath. Fight
Right.
for ODC. Yay!
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching PIC TV Network. Don't forget to support us
Thank you,
on Roku.
everybody.
Yeah, and on Roku, we here. Thank you. We'll see you
See
next
you at
time.
the Super
Hey Dave,
Bowl.
this is Brian Mitchell, man. I just wanted to give you a shout out on your 4th anniversary with the PIC TV Network, PIC TV Network. It's incredible to see all the positive programming that you all are doing on Roku. Keep up the great work, man, and know I always have your back. Take care of yourself, man.
Hey, you made it to another end of a show on the PIC TV Network, your network on Roku. This is David Evans. We would love for you to be on our brand new shows that we have on the PIC TV Network. Now, what we need you to do is to like and share. You're watching on Roku or you're watching on PIC TV Network or on any social media platform. Like and share. Comment. Tell everybody how you like Linda and the beautiful things she was saying. Send this out. Those who watch it right now on Twitter, send it out to the commanders. We want Jaden Daniels to get a copy of this. We want the owners to get a copy of this. We want the coaches to get a copy of this. All the fans to get a copy of this because this is a show that represents the fans. For the people, with the people, by the people. For the fans, with the fans, by the fans here. And we're so happy for all of you watching right now on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, all over the world. The commanders are here, and we have a beautiful, beautiful future, a bright future ahead of us. I want to say thank you for your time, everybody.
Yes.
We see you next time on the brand.
Thank you. Number one fan.
It's a pleasure.
Number one
Hey Dave, this
fan.
is Brian
Thank
Mitchell, man. I just
you.
wanted to give you a shout out on your 4th anniversary with the PIC TV Network, PIC TV Network. It's incredible to see all the positive programming that you all are doing on Roku. Keep up the great work, man, and know I always have your back. Take care of yourself, man. God bless and much success.
Thank you, everybody.